Yo, yo, it's your boy Invincible, and we are here at the Gentleman Club Diary. I got a super dope guest. She's pretty bomb, you know what I mean? Give her about a 6 out of a 10. Nah, she's
Wow.
a 10. Nah, she's a 10 out of a 10. I'm just messing with you guys. Her name is LOLO. So, yeah, how you doing, Lolo? Okay, Lolo about to start twerking right now.
I feel like I'm coming out on stage already. Or
Yeah,
something.
you ready, huh? Introduction.
I know.
Okay, Lolo. So, what I'm wondering, because I don't even know, like, where you from, homegirl?
Fontana.
I was going to start banging on you, like, where you from? Okay, you're from Fontana?
The east side.
Oh, okay. Watch out. She's from
Yeah.
the Inland Empire area.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And you grew up in Fontana?
Yeah. So I was born in Riverside, and then I was raised in Fontana.
Okay. See, I didn't even know that. See, I'm learning something new about you already.
Mm-hmm.
See, you got that little sparkle in your eye. Okay, so what I like to get started on is I always ask this question. I want to know, basically, how did you get started in this industry?
Okay, so my first job, well, I graduated high school, and then I was like, all right, I got to get a job because my dad's like charging me rent. So I'm like,
damn.
all right, cool.
Okay.
So then my first job was at Ontario Mills
Oh,
at a
dang.
perfume club.
Oh, for real?
I think it's still there. And then, like, I remember I worked there for like 2 months, and I was just like,
Nah.
fuck, like, I wasn't even making money. I had no freedom. Like, all my friends were like out having fun, and I'm like,
So you're
at
watching your
work.
friends and stuff.
Yeah. And then I got home one day from work, and I remember I was like sitting on my bed, and I'm like, fuck, my fucking feet hurt. Like, to the point where I'm like, I can't even go downstairs to go grab something to eat in my kitchen. So I'm
Oh,
like,
dang.
fuck, like, I don't even want to go to work tomorrow. So after that, I just never went. I never went back.
So she quit her first job within the first 2 weeks. But I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. She
I had no freedom.
Yeah.
Like, no money, no freedom. My fucking body was like giving out already. I'm like,
dang. So you were young. You worked something. You found out that it wasn't what you expected.
yeah. And then I went to the gym, like, I think a week after that with one of my girls. And then she's like, oh, like, I'm gonna go audition to like this strip club or whatever. And I was kind of like hesitant, but I was like, oh, like, I kind of always wanted to do it, but
So you thought
I
about
was like
doing
scared.
this already?
Yeah, I had already thought about doing it, but then she was kind of like the one that was like, come to my house tomorrow, we'll go together, like, we'll go audition together. And so I went, and then it was funny because she didn't even get hired.
Oh shit! So you got hired and she didn't get hired.
Yeah.
And that's messed up.
I know. And then so that's kind of pretty much how it all started.
How you started?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a funny story because that happens a lot. Like a girl, like I remember girls would call up at the club and say, "Can I come audition? Is it cool if I bring a friend?" I'll say, "Yeah, come through."
Yeah.
And I would say 8 out of 10, their friends either look better or maybe sometimes they didn't look good at all, both of them. And I'm like, nah, you guys are. Their auditions were horrible.
Or they can't dance.
They can't dance at
that
all.
That was her issue. She didn't know how to dance.
She didn't know how to dance. So how was your dance routine on the stage?
I just remember I was so nervous. I was like, my palms were all sweaty. I was like,
Because
oh
from
my
what I
God.
remember when I hired you, you were doing the stanky leg. And
no,
that,
I wasn't.
no, I'm telling you. So your first, did they make you dance like on the pole or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Spearmint Rhino in City of Industry. That's the first place we went to. And
Oh
then,
shit! So you kind of went, you just randomly went there and
Yeah.
it just, and so she didn't get hired. Did you end up staying to work?
Not that night.
They just said come back another night.
Yeah. So she had a friend that worked there, and then me and her kind of became friends. So then me and her would like carpool and go together, and then that's kind of like how it started.
How it started? You remember what your first day was like, or
I don't remember what my
Was
first day was like.
did they let you drink there? Because you know, some clubs you might. Or
I never used to drink
never used to drink.
for like the first 5 years. I would just do it sober.
Sober? How did you do? Because there's not too many girls that do it sober.
I know.
So how did that
I know.
happen?
It was hard. I mean, you get offered like drinks every day, and
Yeah.
but at the time, like, when you're not drinking, you're fine. And once you create that habit of not drinking, it
You're
becomes
good, huh?
like you don't even care about it.
Yeah, I remember girls would do, they'll do like water shots and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
for the most part,
It's like if somebody offered you crack right now, like you don't do it, so you're
Nah,
not gonna
like-
want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no,
yeah.
definitely wouldn't be cool with that. So now that you said crack, yeah, that's a big one. Okay, no, so you got into the industry, and I remember when I first met you, you walked in, and I remember saying, "Damn, she's a really pretty girl. I definitely wanna," because I am the one that hired you, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I remember you working. I remember you just had to me, you kind of have like a little uniqueness to you, but you came.
We met at Angels, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had like you came actually in a day shift. I don't know why. Were you like a day girl or? It was like
The
midday.
first couple of years, I was a day girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you explain to the audience what basically the difference between the day shift and the night shift?
The day shift, you get all like the businessmen more, and then in the night shift, you get like all the people that just want to party.
Just want to turn up.
Yeah.
But now she's a night shift. She likes to turn up.
Yeah. No, I'm still a day shift girl, but I just work night.
What's better? What's better as far as money wise though? Is it the night?
I would say day.
The day shift's
Yeah.
better.
I just like working at night now because I have a kid, so it's like,
It's
all right, when he's
harder.
sleeping, I'm gonna go to work. You know?
So you think pretty much you would probably work, like say you if you didn't really have an obligation, you're free, you would work days preferably rather than nights. Yeah.
I'll do like both. Like, cause there's some nights where I do want to go and party, and I'm like, hell yeah, like I'm getting paid to party.
That's true.
You
That's
know?
true.
So I would like switch it up, but mostly I would probably be. Actually, I'll do like 50-50, probably like half night, half day. Just whatever like mood I'm in, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And I know we were discussing as far as off the camera, we're kind of chopping it up, and we're talking about, kind of the customers that come in there, and we had came into a discussion as far as what's the sales pitch to get more money out of a customer, and what are some of the tactics you have used that help you get more money? I know it's probably a lot easier for you because you do have a pretty face. I'll give you that. But what are some of your? Because you are a salesperson.
I think you have to be consistent.
Uh-huh.
Like if I go up to, like, okay, I used to have a friend that I would work with, and she just sit there on her phone, and I'm like, how are you gonna make money? You're not even talking to nobody. Like, so for me, I'm like, all right, I don't even feel like talking to these guys, but I'm gonna go up to each and every single one of them, like ask them like, oh, do you want to dance? How are you? How's your night? Like, what are you here for? Are you celebrating anything? And then like if they say no, like I'm okay right now, I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm gonna go back to him in like 30 minutes, cause guess what? Like no other girls have gone up to you. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like free. I get what. So it's kind of it's like a sparring match, not a boxing match. You got to kind of jab.
You gotta be consistent. Like if he says no, that doesn't mean it's no for the rest of the night. That means it's no for right now.
Maybe he
So-
just barely got in there.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
a lot of guys do say that, like, oh no, I just got here, like I'm just gonna have a drink. And then they look around and then they find out, okay, well that girl was actually pretty that came to talk to me, and nobody else has came up to talk to me. So it's like you go back and you kind of just be very like, I would go up to guys like 3-4 times a night, and I would hear no a lot.
You got to
But
crack him,
I
huh?
don't care about rejection. I'm like, all right, cool. Like,
Okay.
even though he rejected me, all right, cool. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get him. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, you know what? That is true because you keep crap. Because if I was at a club and you came up to me and I was there for like 10 minutes, I'm probably gonna say no. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
but if you come up to me again, I might be I'm be like, damn, she's hot or whatever. But I might say no again. But
Yeah.
you gotta definitely crack a customer for sure. So yeah, I totally get what you're saying. But what I was saying is that I witnessed a story where some customers will go in there and they'll spend some money and they'll get really drunk. It's like super drunk.
Yeah.
And some of the dancers would take advantage of them being overly drunk.
Yeah.
And they'll go get a 30-minute dance with this customer who falls asleep because he's so drunk in the back. And has anything like that ever happened with you?
That's never happened to me. Like where a customer was so drunk that I was like, all right, I'm gonna take advantage. Because I feel like that's bad karma.
You
For
know what it
me.
is, but you know what's weird is there's so many girls that I witness, they don't care. It's almost like it's
Because it's all about the money.
all about the
Yeah.
money. Does it feel like that too with you, or do you ever have a certain standard like, nah, this ain't right, I can't do this?
It doesn't feel like that for me because I don't think I would like take advantage of somebody, but it does feel like everything at the club is fake. Like if I'm flirting with you, I could be like flirting my ass off with you, and then at the end of the night, all I care about is how much money I made at the night, and I won't even think about you at night. I'm sleeping good. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like that's how
Hey.
my mentality is. And
It reminds me of a story of saying anything, but we had a customer, and he smelled like onions. Well, I called him onions, right? And I won't ever forget this. One of the dancers goes up to him and says, "Oh, you smell so good." Well, and I said, "There's no way you're really meaning that." She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I gotta get a dance," and sure. He smelled like onions. Like you could
Damn.
smell him from, like it was bad, like onion. So
Yeah,
how
that's
do you
crazy.
deal with a customer that really comes in there dirty and just smelly? Like how do you deal with that? Do you still get the money?
You still get the money.
Yeah.
You're there for the bag. Like
Yeah, so you still got to get
you
the
still
money.
get the money, but after that dance, you're probably gonna go in the back and like wash up a little.
You got the hand sanitizer.
The little baby wipes.
Yeah, you get the baby wipes, so you got to stay handy with the baby
Yeah,
wipes.
no,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was something I've always wondered because, and you're right, you guys got to do a sales pitch and all that stuff. As far as like doing private dances, do you like doing private dances, or is that something? Are you more of like a floor dancer?
I think before when it was day shift, it was more like private dances.
Private dancing,
But
huh?
now it's more like floor, like whatever they fucking throw.
So
you know?
that's what you prefer now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it because of most customers? Not most, but some customers could be overly handsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because like they're very like touchy and like they're just being guys at a strip club, you know what I mean? Like
That's
so
true.
some girls are gonna put up with it and some girls are not.
Because
so.
some guys feel like they do have a chance, and like me and you were discussing, I mean, you said that you have went on a date with a customer before, right? Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, so, and you know what? A lot of girls have told me that they have dated customers.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever take a customer serious as far as outside of the strip club, or
It depends like who they are.
who they are?
You know? Yeah, because I have dated like a guy that I met there and then we ended up dating after, but I mean, he was cute. Like even if I met him somewhere else, I probably would have
You
dated
still-
him. Yeah.
But does it kind of put like a block, like a wave right there where you're like, you know what? I met him here. I don't want to be.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
put a little block.
So you always think like, oh, he could be at another strip club.
Not that I think that, but I'm just automatically thinking like he's just a customer.
Oh.
And that kind of like puts a block on it. Like
Yeah.
even if I did find him attractive, because there is guys that are like I find attractive, or like that would be like, oh yeah, like I'd be interested in dating him, but then at the same time it's like, oh well, I kind of met him there, like
Yeah. So I don't know how serious I want
we
to
put him in that category of like
So there is a category you guys put customers
yeah definitely
Okay.
yeah for sure.
in. Yes, yeah, I did wonder about that, but I do know of some customers, they do end up. Shit, I know a customer that got a dancer pregnant and still with her to this day. So
Yeah, I've heard
evidently-
of stories like that too. Yeah.
Our common thing they say is, you know, a lot of customers might say, "Hey, I want to take you out of this environment." And this-
Every guy's gonna tell you that.
yeah. So is it really that bad of an environment for them to take you out? Say if I was a customer and I said, "Baby, I could take you out of this. You don't. Why are you doing this? You're so pretty." I mean, is it that bad
But
of a
guys
job?
talk a lot, so it's like action.
Actions speak
Show
louder
the
than
action,
words.
you know, like
So what if a fella, maybe he didn't make as much money as you? I mean, do you find guys that maybe are you open to dating somebody that doesn't make as much money as you?
yeah.
You are open to that. You're fine with that?
Yeah, I feel like I would be because
Damn, see, she got some good point. See, she's not a materialistic. She's not all material, right? You're not.
no, I'm not.
Because you did come in.
But there, okay, like not every girl thinks like me though.
No, so
There's
you
I'm like, I feel like I'm like a little bit different
think you're a little
than
bit
a
different.
lot of the dancers, because a lot of the dancers are gonna be like, oh no, like if you don't have money, then that's a deal breaker. Like for
Yeah.
me, it's like, let's say I date a guy, two people, and they're the same person.
Uh-huh.
Do I want the one that has money? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna take the one that has. If they're the same person, I'm gonna take the one that has money
Rather than the one that doesn't.
rather
have
than the
money.
one that doesn't. Always, because it's gonna make just everything easier, life easier. But at the same time, like I wouldn't I feel like all my ex-boyfriends have fucking never had money. You know what I mean? So I'm just like,
So you're the one providing for them.
not that I was providing for them. We would just like go like let's say we go to dinner. Like he's still gonna pay, but how do I explain it? Where it's not like 50-50, you know, like
yeah.
I'm not paying for your stuff, and like
They're still gonna hold their weight, but even if they're not
Exactly.
making money.
Yeah.
But there might come a time where you might also provide for them if they needed it.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
It's good to know because it's just good. You know what I always think about this. Like if I go on a date with somebody, I'm definitely gonna have it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna provide. But it's good to know. It's always good to hear a girl show that she has at least a little interest, at least give an effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say, even if she's bullshitting, just at least fucking say it. You know what I mean, right? Because
Yeah.
it feels like you're just not a taker. You're also a giver as well.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's really cool to know that you're a giver because most dancers ain't fucking givers. They're taking, like you said, they're in there to get their bag. They know
Yeah.
what they're trying to do. But every once in a while, you will find a dancer who pretty dope. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I got to meet you, and I figured that you're one of the dope dancers that I actually got a chance to meet. How about as far as just situations as far as like beef? How do you deal with beef in the strip club with other dancers? I know we're talking about a dancer that
Are we allowed to say like club names?
yeah, why not?
Okay, so
Unless you don't like the club, then we'll be like, fuck that club. Yeah.
I was at Sam's the first night I ever went to audition. And then I got hired, and they were like, oh, you could stay and work. So I stayed and worked.
Who hired you?
I don't even remember. Damn.
Was
I don't
Marcelo
remember
there?
that far back. I don't think he was there
No?
yet.
Okay, well, shout out to Marcelo
Maybe.
from Sam's. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Marcelo at Sam's. We're going to get some drinks pretty soon. But, okay, so you're working there.
So I'm working there, and then I'm on stage, and then this guy is just like throwing money at us. And then obviously, you know how the girls are there, like they just all want to
Picking
like
up the money,
collect, like
yeah.
you just collect. And then, like, because the girls are more just catty there. So then one girl, she's like, oh, that was my fucking dollar. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like this,
Over
but
a
with
dollar?
attitude. And I'm like, it was like some girl. I was just like, I don't even know her. And she's like, that's my fucking dollar. And I was like, all right, here. So I fucking threw the dollar like back at her face. And I'm like, you probably need it more than me.
Oh,
you know, like that
dang.
type of shit. But I was like, damn, is this how it's always going to be like at Sam's? But no, it was just more that day.
It was just that day?
Yeah.
Maybe she was a little
But-
liquored up or something.
Yeah, girls are just very catty. You got to have like thick skin. You can't really care what people say and stuff.
What about customers? Are they ever rude where you're like, damn, well, fucking, because I've heard customers say rude remarks, or they might, because you're a dancer, they might treat the dancers a certain way.
Okay, rude, like, okay, because there was this one guy where I was like, oh, like, you can't touch me, like, you're gonna get me in trouble, you're gonna get me kicked out. He's like, oh no, it's cool, like, I know the security. I'm just saying that shit, so like they could stop touching me. But I was like, no, like, you can't touch me. And then like, so he kept doing it, so I just turned around and I just like slapped him because I'm like, that's annoying. Like, if I'm telling you no and you keep doing it, and it's how you know again, you keep doing it, I tell you no again and you keep doing it, there's a certain point where
That
we're
you
just
can't,
like,
yeah. So
we
you
get
smack
annoyed.
the shit out of
Yeah.
him? That reminds me of there's a something on YouTube. There's like this dude. He gets caught in a market, and he's got like a 6-pack of beer, and he's just chilling. I don't know if you saw it. He's chilling and he's drinking the beer, but he's drunk. And I don't know if it was a security of the store that said, "Hey man, you gotta go." And he's like, "You don't know? I know the owner. The owner gave me the beer."
Yeah.
But he was tripping out because he's like, "Why would the owner give you fucking a 6-pack of beer to drink in here?" So they end up escorting him out. But it kind of reminds me of that story.
Yeah.
Because people do use that though. They're like, "Oh, I know such and such."
I know security is cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I was just saying that because I didn't want you to touch me. Like,
Yeah.
you
see,
know?
See, I used to deal with that too with like bottle service. So people would get bottle service and they might ask for me and they'd be like, "Oh, Vince gave me the bottle service at this price. Why are you giving it to me at this price?" So they'll use my name to get a cheaper rate, cheaper things or something like that. So what about like customers that do get bottle service? Do you feel like maybe the customers that get bottle service, they spend a lot more than customers that don't? Or is
no,
it just
not
kind
really.
of a image thing?
Actually, I feel like, yeah, actually they do spend a little bit more.
They do.
Like the guys that do have bottle service.
Yeah, because you think about it, a bottle might be $500 to $600, right?
Yeah,
That's
but then
average.
we don't profit off the bottle.
No.
The clubs profit off the
That's
bottle.
true.
So we profit off whatever they throw, whatever they give us, you know?
See, we got to make a change. We got to figure out how the woman. See, we're gonna discuss this after. We're gonna say,
That way we can get more girls to try to get.
right? See, if
More
we're giving the,
bottles.
because we've been talking, even, you know, a good friend of mine, he was just telling me here about like, why do you guys charge the girls? And I've talked about this in the past episodes as far as why we're charging the girls, and it is true because you guys bring so much more to the table than a lot of people would really realize. Like without
Yeah,
you
that's
guys,
true.
we don't really. It's what is it, like a regular bar? It's
Yeah.
you know. So you got to understand that you guys are bringing a whole lot more to the table. And my thing was always, how can we make the girls more money? Because if you guys are making money, you guys are gonna stay.
Yeah, we're going to want to be there.
wherever the money's at.
Yeah.
Back to the money scenario. How do you know? I know how you know, but you tell me how you know how somebody's gonna come in there and spend some money. How do you know where the baller's at?
Whoever has a table.
Right. Okay. So,
So
the
if they have
bottle
a
service
table, we want to just like be in that table.
in that bottle service, because you're already assuming, right? It's already the assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? And this is one thing that I used to do is when a customer would come in, because I used to deal with a lot of customers with bottle service. They'll come in and they would ask for ones. Once they say they put out 500, 1,000, I will let the girls I'm good with. I'll let them know. You know, I'll be like, hey,
He just pulled out.
I'll let you know.
I think you've done that for me.
Have
yeah,
I?
before.
I'll be like, hey, go to that, because he's
Yeah.
gonna throw it. Some girls
You
don't.
remember that guy in that corner at Angels? And you were like, go with him.
And what happened?
Yeah, he was
Yeah?
like,
He
he
just
was
throwing
throwing
money?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember. I do
Yeah,
remember. And
uh-huh.
he gave you some money?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think that night you gave me $2 tip. I don't
Shut
know.
up. You're like, I don't really remember that
Nah.
good.
Nah, you're always cool. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so basically somebody that gets a bottle service, then so it is kind of a image thing. If you got bottle service, you're gonna project that image of being a baller.
Yeah.
So
Or they can just have a bunch of ones already.
yeah. Do you
That's
ever
how you kind of know. Or like if we just already know them from being in the industry for so long,
Uh-huh.
you get to know like a lot of the people, and then they know you. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been in the club scene for a long time, so like, there's a lot of people I go to the club and like I already know them,
Is
and
it-
they're like, "Oh, come to my table." Like,
do you ever feel like, damn, it's the same people? Like, do something else? You ever feel like that?
yeah, I feel like it is the same people.
You ever think in your head like, why are you here again? I seen. Or,
Yeah.
you do?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I'm not in the club every day, but I do feel like that because, like I said, being in the club, you do see the same faces. Some of them are cool. Some of them you're like, damn, you're here again. I don't care
Yeah.
to see about you. Okay, so what about stories? Do you have any like just odd stories that have happened to you working in the club?
I do have this one story that I was
Okay,
like,
you gotta share it because I don't know any of these stories.
okay, so this guy, he was a day shift,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, I'm gonna take you to the VIP. Come on, let's go. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I didn't even have to like be bugging him or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to VIP, and then he just starts like, kissing my feet and like sucking on it, and I'm like,
Start sucking on
oh
your feet?
shit,
God
like,
damn.
but that felt bomb. It felt so bomb. I was like, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this.
Oh,
You know what I
damn.
mean?
Hey,
So-
see, you get a dance for Lolo, you might be able to suck the toes if you got a fetish out there.
Yes, I love my toes being
Okay,
sucked
she
on
likes
and all
that.
that.
Okay, she likes it.
So yeah, and then on top of that, he gave me like a $300 tip. So I was like, my night was like made that night. I was like, dang, okay.
Dang.
But not a lot of girls can do that because it's like, you know, like I took my sister one time to the strip club because I
To
was
work
trying
with
to
you?
get her into it. Yeah, and she's like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it is kind of a lot, like mentally.
I think it is, and I think that's why a lot of girls might, do a little side things, like as far as.
I feel like it could get mentally draining.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, when I was there, I would drink a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a party. You gotta be.
You gotta party.
Sometimes you're not
You're
in the,
partying every night.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not in the best mood.
Yeah.
Some of the girls will say, Vince, why aren't you? What's going on with you? You're not cracking jokes. And I'm like, well, every day, I'm not gonna be like in the best.
You're not in the mood to socialize. Sometimes you want to be alone, and you
Some-
just gotta be there.
Somebody might piss you off or something. All right, so another thing too is we want to talk about the toe steppers, because we got some toe stepper dancers out there. Say the customers over there buying you a few drinks, and then you got Miss Toe Stepper coming around trying to butt in and get some drinks and get some dollars too. Do you deal with that a lot too, like the toe steppers?
That's when you just gotta catch an attitude.
Yeah, you'd be like, nah,
and then be like, nah, this is my customer. Like last night, I had a guy come for me, and he was like, oh, where you at? Like I'm gonna spend $1,000. So he came, he got a table, and I was like, I don't want no girls in the section, right? But then this girl came, she was being all cool, like she was being sweet. No, I didn't even know her, but she was being sweet, and I was like, fuck, like I'm sure this guy that I brought and his homie don't just fucking want me,
Yeah,
so I'm like,
of course, yeah.
so I'm like, all right, I'm like, I'm gonna let you in, but I told her, I was like, we're not letting no more girls in, because the more girls you bring in, the less money you get.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
yeah, and you know what, you got to look at it too, because you remember how you just talked about karma.
yeah,
That's good karma. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Because you're
yeah.
actually spreading the wealth with them too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I remember one time there was these girls. They were doing a group of girls came in, and one of the girls was getting married, so they decided to party there. And there was these two girls that what we would do, like on birthday parties, bachelorette parties, we would throw them on stage, and then everybody would throw them. Would throw they'll just throw the dancers, money, whatever. There was like 25 girls that were there.
what do you mean? You throw like everybody on stage, like the bachelorette?
All the dancers.
Oh,
yeah,
all
we
the dancers.
throw the so in this story, we threw the girl that was about to get married. We threw her on stage.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
she's on stage. All her friends, there's like 20 something other girls, all at the tip rail.
Yeah.
And they probably amongst them over $1,000. And I remember this night. So you had these two girls.
Yeah.
They start saying they only want us two girls to do the dance on her.
Yeah.
I said, listen, baby, I don't know who you're talking to right now, but I'm throwing all the girls up there.
Mm-hmm.
They want all the girls. If they only wanted you two, they would have said. I specifically asked them. They want. So they got mad. I ended up throwing all the girls up there. All the girls got the money. So she comes back in the office. She's mad. She still made about $400 or $500 that night off of that 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And she's saying, well, just to let you know, this was our customer, this was our connection, this and that. You don't know what I'm going through right now. I said, shit, you don't know what any of the other dancers are going through. You don't know if you just help them pay a bill right now, their car note. You don't know I said, so it is a karma thing. You're helping somebody. It's a helping game, but I think a lot of people don't understand that. Mm-hmm. It's almost like in that industry, it's almost a dog eat dog. It's just whatever you.
It's every girl there is your competition. It's not your friend. But lately, I've been trying to be cool with like all the girls, because I'm like, you know what? Like every time I've gone to work and I see like somebody, like if I don't know any of the girls, it's like a boring night. So now I've been trying to be cool with a lot of the girls. That way, like when I do go, it's like, oh hey girl, like we catch up, like oh how you been, like this is and that, like. And it's more money too. Like, oh, well, we got a table over here. Like,
It's better energy. You know what I mean? Because one day you might look out for them. The next night they might look out for you. But like, oh, let me call her. She's cool with me. Mm-hmm. So it's like a networking thing too. It's like a connection thing.
But it is hard because not every girl wants to get along with you. Because they're viewing you as competition. They're not viewing you like, oh, as a homegirl. As she's cool.
Right.
They're viewing you as like, oh no, she's gonna take my money, she's gonna take my customers, that type of shit.
What about like when you're on stage? Have you ever had this happen where a customer is throwing you a gang of money? Mm-hmm. And what's kind of the feedback you get from the other girls? They kind of like, say you're the only girl making money that night.
They're just always staring. Like you get all the
haters.
Yeah.
They're hating. Damn.
All the stares. Like, why are they throwing money at her? Like,
Yeah.
The haters.
But I think, from my experience, I witness it's almost like every girl has their reign of shine, basically. Like I've seen some girls, they might not do nothing for a couple of days, but then maybe on the 4th or 5th day they have their shine. They get their bag, basically.
I have my shine every night, so I don't
know.
know.
She confident.
No, I don't ever have a bad night because I don't think like that. Like I go in there thinking like I'm gonna make money.
So you're
you know?
super optimistic. You got a good.
Yeah, if I hear somebody girls in the back like, oh, we're not making money, like complaining, like I try to get away from it because I'm like,
So
that's
no
you.
bad energy, no bad.
You're gonna have a bad night,
It's that
but
Tony.
me, I'm gonna have a good night.
Yeah, it's that Tony Robbins
I know.
stuff you've been listening. You've been listening to a lot of
For
motivation.
real,
You got to
I
motivate
have.
me because the other night I was kind of going through some stuff. I hit a dog. He went flying, but he was cool. He was cool. But I felt bad for hitting a dog.
He's still
And then you told me
alive.
you had a dog, and you said, man, I don't know. I just felt bad. I said, I'm cool. But yeah, you need to motivate me sometime though.
Yeah.
You definitely do. All right, so you're on this motivational thing. So what do you kind of foresee yourself after this whole strip club thing?
Well, I at least want to have like a house for sure.
Want to have a house, okay?
Yeah, cause that way like I'll have property. Like, all right, cool. Like even if I'm living somewhere else, like somewhere cheaper, like I could rent it out and then have like just people pay my mortgage and stuff like that. So
So you want to do the house flipping, maybe
Yeah.
rent out some duplexes or something like that. Yeah. Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you make tons of money. I don't see why that cannot be done. All right, and another thing is when you're on, when you're on your you're on your rag. So do you
on your period.
Yeah, when you're on your period, do you go to work or do you like, nah, I gotta?
That's the time to go to work.
Why?
And let me tell you why. The guys can smell it,
For real?
and the guys are more attracted to it.
I never knew
I'm
that.
not kidding. I
Oh,
make
shit.
so much more money when I'm on it.
Yeah, but what if you're not like feeling it? Where you're like, I can't do this.
Then you just don't go. But if you're like in the mood to go and you go, I feel like the guys can sense it, and obviously you're kind of more hornier too. Like,
Oh, you're more horny?
like hot. Yeah, you automatically like every
Damn.
girl is like when they're on their period.
Period? You're more
I
horny.
don't know if you ever heard like a girl say like, "Oh my God, sex is so much better." Like
When you're on
when
your
they're on
rag.
their period, well, everything feels better. So when you're at work, it's like it's just way easier.
Damn. So you're in a horny mood. Dang. I see.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
never
get the tampon, cut
Yeah?
the string.
Dang. And I witnessed a girl actually giving. She was actually doing floor dancing, and
Uh-huh.
she got blood all over a customer. He was like, "Look at me, I got all this."
Shut
blood."
up.
No bullshit. And I was like, I really didn't
That'd
know
be
what.
embarrassing.
No, I
That's
didn't know
never
what to say.
happened.
The girl was embarrassed, but I didn't know what to
Yeah.
say. And now that you're telling me that you girls are more hornier, while they're on it, I didn't know that. I really-
Yeah, no, that's the
see?
time to go.
What about
For
like
sure.
now talking about, because I'm pretty sure her wardrobe was definitely she probably needed another one that night. So what about what about wardrobe? Because in the back where I was at, we had a bunch of wardrobe thongs, everything, you name it, whatever your tampons, whatever you got, the girls needed, we had it. We would sell it.
Yeah.
So I seen some girls, they wear they wear some expensive outfits. What's an average on price that you guys might spend on an outfit? Or do you kind of keep 2 or 3 outfits for a couple months, or how does that kind of work with outfits?
Yeah, like I'll try to like switch out like 3-4 outfits like for a couple months, and then after I get bored of them, I'm like, all right, I want like, you want to like switch your style up or
Yeah.
whatever. So, but the average, like cost, you mean like?
Yeah, like what's an average cost on just
Okay,
a
so
regular outfit?
average probably like 60 to like 90
$60 to $90
for one outfit.
for one outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've saw girls, they say they only made $200 in the night. This
Yeah.
happened a lot, and they were just so bored. They're like, well, I'll just buy an outfit.
Yeah.
And they'll go spend $160 on an outfit. I'm like, damn, so basically today you with your stage fee you didn't make nothing. But they were cool with it. Maybe that was their
Because they got a new outfit.
yeah. So they might feel a little better.
They're like, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll make more money tomorrow
Yeah.
with this outfit,
Yeah, so all the people that are out there that make outfits, should plug us in because she needs a new outfit. Let us know what's up, right?
It's cheaper to buy them outside of work, though.
is, huh?
Yeah,
It-
like go to like a little. Like I just bought a little outfit for like $10.
And
at
$10?
some store
God
like
damn.
in San Bernardino, and I was like, you know what, this is cute. Like, I can make it work,
So
But
you kind of design your own outfits too?
yeah, but then heels, that's a different story. Those are like
Those are more expensive. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so how about the whole relationship aspect of maybe customers dating the dancers? Have you dealt with maybe guys maybe not wanting to date you because you're a dancer?
Yeah. So I had like a boyfriend for like 2 years, and he didn't like me doing it. So then like I was kind of like working other jobs, just like out
Where
of
were you?
respect.
Where were you working at? If you don't mind me asking. I know. Taco Bell was one. What was the other one? Wiener
No, I
Schnitzel?
was doing
Alright.
hair. I was doing hair.
Okay. Oh, you
Yeah.
know what?
So
That's
I
true.
switch out. I get
Yeah.
bored of the clubs. I'll
Uh-huh.
go do hair. I get bored of doing hair, and I go back.
She used to cut my hair. But one time she gave me a haircut and I had a big old patch.
That wasn't
That's
me.
why I
That was
went
a
bald.
haircut before me.
That's why I went bald. Nah. All right. So okay. So you are a pretty dope barber though. So, so
Yeah.
you would do hair and all that stuff too. So that's what he wanted. But did you ever like sneak behind his back and do the dancing?
It was never sneaking behind his back, but I would let him know, like, hey, you know what, like, we're running low on money.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
I'm
do
gonna
what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of, because I did talk to somebody that was saying that they would like a more effort as far as money, and that's why we brought up the whole money situation. As far as if you would date somebody that made less money, but if they made more money, they were helping you out. You probably definitely wouldn't be dancing.
Yeah, of course.
You would probably be doing some other shit. But do you enjoy dancing? That's the question. Because it feel like you get set in a pattern.
There is. Yeah, because I stopped for like 7 months one time, and then I was like, damn, like, I miss it.
You missed it.
Because you get paid to party, so it's like,
So you missed the
damn,
party.
like, I kind of want to go back. Like, you kind of miss everything about it, like all the girls, like, and the partying and the
You-
attention, I guess.
Yeah. So you like the
And-
attention. You
yeah.
like feeling special.
Yeah, because I mean, you get hit on like at least 100 times in there a day. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like,
But
the attention.
in there, the guys are the ones who basically choose. It's not like at a nightclub you're gonna have 20 guys.
but
hitting you
I
up.
feel like the guys are hella shy to like come up to you and talk to you. So basically, we're the ones that have to be like the guys. Like,
And
we gotta
they-
go up to the girl.
So
to the
what would you
guys.
say to customers that are shy right now? Like what, as far as say they're coming in the strip club, how would you like customers to be?
At least go up to me and be like, "Oh, hey, how are you?
So
How's
you
your
would-
night?"
Okay.
Keep it real short, and then like walk away.
Oh,
And then
damn.
that's gonna get me thinking about him. Like, is he cute? Does he got money? Where's he going? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
What if he was onions?
if he was onions,
the homie, and he did
I would
that.
for sure be like, I got him in the bag, you know?
Yeah. Nah. All right, cool. Now I was just wondering, but yeah. Now what I do want to do, is I want to get you some plugs right now. You have an OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so plug in your OnlyFans because she got some crazy OnlyFans pics. I haven't saw them, but she was kind of showing me right now. So go ahead and give your plug for the OnlyFans.
What's on my Instagram?
Okay, what's the
So
plug?
my Instagram is LOLO _ it's LOLO _ bunny with 2 Y's.
Bunny, Lolo
Yes.
Bunny. She
Lolo
ain't messing
_
around.
bunny.
She ain't funny. She's over there trying to take your money, baby. But no, we appreciate you. You want to give any shout outs to any disses, any shout outs, anything? You can do some disses too. I don't mind them.
Some disses?
Yeah, be like, yeah, screw you, girl.
They don't deserve that. They don't deserve
Okay, they don't deserve. Girl that took her money yesterday, you don't deserve that, girl. No, okay.
I know. No, I think I'm good right now.
You good? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming, Lolo. I appreciate your time, all your efforts. I know you had to take a bus to get.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And with that said, it's your boy Invincible, and that was the wrap with my homegirl Lolo right there. And you are tuned in to Gentleman Club Diary. Make sure you tune into the next episode where we're gonna have another hottie for sure.
Gentleman Club Diary.